and I'm ready to lose control on this Vikendi map as these teams are going to make their way through. What's the playing trajectory going to be? It's starting at the northeast. It's ending at the southeast. Who's going to be dropping where they want to? Who's going to be landing where they want to? Are they going to occupy Castle? Are they going to go towards Coal Mine, Cosmodrome, or even Dino Park, Maxman?
One thing that's not surprising whatsoever is Team Kesso dropping above Cosmodrome. That's where they went last time, shared that relocation with KURD Squad.
And Pittsburgh Knights as well.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh Knights also, and they had a really, really good amount of success up there. So Team Kesso... Team Kesso, they need to try and hold that location.
Yeah, I know what you nearly said. Sorry. But yeah, you're dead right. And but here's the thing, like, we could easily have a deep south
big shift.
Circle shift. We don't know yet. The teams don't really know yet. All they want to do is kind of drop in an area that is relatively unoccupied, relatively out of trouble, and then they can look to make a bit of a movement, make their way into the circle. What is quite noticeable is there's a lot of space in between Team Queso, Pittsburgh Knights, and then the teams down the south of them. So if the circle starts up north,
they're going to have a run for their money.
Going to run for the money.
Definitely in Pyramid. Normally, something you see on Vikendi is the north section of Castle is definitely well overlooked, but it is also a really good place to be in, especially because if you have a river circle, being in the north of Castle, you can just block every single entry point to the opposite side of the map. So a lot of teams overlook that, except for Team DEFORMIA and KURD Squad. They actually went for that kind of location. They're trying to stop that from actually happening. And actually, yesterday on Vikendi, that's also what Pittsburgh Knights did. And what is that circle?
I told you. What did I say, Max?
40 to 50%
it could be a
water.
Deep south circle. I wasn't expecting to be that
this
deep south.
Yeah.
But like, that's all kinds of annoyance for the likes of Team Queso and Pittsburgh Knights. If I were Team Queso, what I would do is I would stay where you are for now, loot up, and I would head westwards towards Port, Zabaya, and actually make their way through going past Dobro Mesto because there's no teams around that area.
Indian Tigers, they're in the prime location right now. They had a second position a little bit earlier in the broadcast. What they must do right now is regroup. They had a one-man split away from their team, so it's a 3-1 split. If they can regroup and hold the coastline, that would be a perfect location, because the reason for that is that there's so much water in that circle, you know it's not going to go in the water, so the next circle is obviously still going to have some coastline. So if they can set up that game for the next 3 to 4 phases, Team Indian Tigers, they're looking damn good right now.
Plus, as we do see Team Queso, as we see, they're on the deep north. One thing that I do want to point out, based on the circle, is that Team Top, they have a good chance to bridge camp and stop the likes of PLM, RGStar, of making their way into the circle.
Team DEFORMIA, then this little bit of a town here is a pretty good area to loot up. And you also have that bridge, but that entire thing I said about like the north of Castle being able to defend those entry points just becomes completely useless right now. These teams, they do not have to hold these entry points. They just got to rotate inland as much as possible. And because it's such a small area also, because if you see, the northern section of this circle is just land, but it also goes right on top of the river. That means that if you can defend these entry points on the river on the east side of the circle, such as like, for example, RGStarTeam, that's what they're doing right now. They're going there, same for Team Top from Korea. They can have a nice amount of kills potentially going their way.
So now, as we do see Nova Monster Shield, Team Seeker, they are holding on to the north side of this circle entrance. Of course, it's going to be kind of quite a while because it's such a southern circle shift that it is going to take a while for these for this circle, for the blue zone to kind of start closing in and make their way. So they have a lot of time, they have a lot of chances to make their way. What Team Queso do seem to be doing is that they are looking to go into the water to get a boat, but Team Seeker, Stu9K, has gotten the first frag over onto a member of Nova Monster Shield.
Some early M16 action right there. Putting Nova Monster Shield in a pretty bad spot. We talked about it. They need to try and have a good performance. Not off to a good start, unfortunately, as of right now. RG also, they had a really good location. They're trying to reposition to get maybe a compound under their control because, as we mentioned yesterday's broadcast, compounds of Vikendi are so important. The reason for that is that every single compound around them is just an open field, and you're so easy to get spotted out because it's just snow. Unless you have a snow like White Gilly, which is extremely rare, there's going to be no way to storm a compound without getting spotted out.
You're dead right, Maxwell. As Dino Park is inside the circle, I have a question. What's your favorite dinosaur?
A Velociraptor.
Okay.
I don't know what it looks like. It's the only one I know because I skipped not even geography, history class. Okay. And yeah, I wanted to be an archaeologist before. But anyways, let's go back to the fight over for Indian Tigers with RGStarTeam. A little bit of spray action early on, but this is a weapon that does quite a amount of work at this stage of the game. But Aimlocker barely squeezing his way out of that one, and he will be able to roll on through a little bit longer.
Man, Aimlocker was lucky to survive that. I'll tell you that much. As Nova Monster Shield, they're still holding on to the edge of the circle. A lot of the teams have made their way down to the really southwest coast. The likes of Indian Tiger, the likes of RG, the likes of Top Esports, DEFORMIA, and of course, KURD Squad.
Teams up from Korea going for a pretty hot spot right here in one of the biggest towns in Vikendi. Seemed like it is pretty uncontested. All the loot in this area is pretty significant to actually get for yourself.
Oh, now we're going to see a bit of action as Prince is getting fired up from the members of Top Esports for now. 59 players alive, 15 teams in the first 7 minutes. I think we're going to have a decent bit of action starting to unfold in the next 5 or 6 minutes maximum as these teams look to crash into the circle. And because, as you said, the water is about 40, or the circle is occupied by 40 to 45% of water, it means that there's not that much land there for these teams to head on into.
You can't really share much, but RGStarTeam, they're going to be showing the bullets in their body. It's Indian Tigers. They do get the upper hand right there. A little bit split still. That was the same case for Team RGStarTeam. I think a little bit of a mistake between these two, especially because you have the coastline. I said it earlier. Indian Tigers, get together, hold a compound on the coastline, and you'll have such a good opportunity to go into the late game. That's what you need right now, because you're representing India, and you're one of the best teams, actually, that can potentially make it in that top 5, but you need good performances. You need to stick together.
You do need to stick together. You need to keep every man alive for as long as possible. Now,
just gonna be running around. Oh, there it is.
I was just gonna start talking about them. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a team use the water so much as Team Queso do, but in a positive way. As in, they kind of go, well, it's part of the map, right? Why not use it? If we don't have to go on land, let's use the water to our advantage, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're going past the likes of PLM. They're going past the likes of Team Top.
Don't get all in that car. Don't you dare do that, or Rejection Gaming. They're trying their best right now. One member was left behind. They're going to try and run away. It is easy shots fired coming on through, and here it is. The mistake will be paying off, actually, for Team Top Esports. Get one of the members on the ground, knocked away, killed instantly. It was a headshot with 108 damage. And that's the one member that's still in that building. Planet is there.
Talking about one man on his own. KURD Squad is going to look to get fragged out, get surrounded from the side of PLM. He gets one knockdown, but KURD Squad get wiped out. They are eliminated in 14th place, and CZ is going to be able to revive up and keep PLM as a 4-man squad.
PLM, that synergy, that's what we know them for. Just overwhelming KURD Squad with pure sheer power right there. That's what we like to see. It is Planet still, last member remaining. He has got spotted out, trying to do his work as much as possible. Whitecat will get the upper hand and putting knockdown. Instantly flushed that kill away. Team ARG, they lost 2 members this early on. Or Rejection Gaming, even though they are in 3rd position, they're pretty safe. They can maybe allow themselves to do that, but because there's so many teams that are right behind,
they're not safe.
They're ready to storm in.
They're not safe. They're not safe at all. All Rejection Gaming need every single point. They need every single placement. They can get every single frag point to keep themselves away from the teams below them. as we are going to see the circle is starting to close in. Should I say the blue zone starting to close in? We're about halfway from it, kind of phase 2 being spotted up. As I said, we're going to see a lot of early game action. We're down to 46 players and 13 teams already, and we just hit the 10-minute mark, Maxon.
Early game action on Vikendi is not what you're supposed to see, but this circle is kind of forcing that on themselves. And Team Kessler, they finally arrived. They got a compound under their control. They are going to try and find a better location to protect and defend, but that coastline is going to be so damn important for the upcoming fights in this game. And a few rotations, and actually a lot of the teams going towards the coastline. Well, I think at this stage of the game, it's already got occupied.
I'll tell you where would be good space. So, well, I'll tell you right now, because Omen Elite Memo gets fragged out. Seagull, can he get the knockdown? He's going to secure Stu K. The kill streak came through, but actually, no, he's not going to secure the frag. Yes, because Seagull knows that the final 2 members of Team Secret are there. It's going to be 1v2 situation. Headshot comes out, and Omen Elite are eliminated in 13th place when they need every single point.
And they know the hopes and dreams have just got crushed on this Vikendi game, Imperium. Now they just got to put all of their hopes and dreams on the next game of Erangel, but we'll have to wait a few minutes before we go over to that one. That was just an unfortunate play. They tried to storm compound. It was over to Team Secret, not quite working out. They had the cliff that was going against them. They did not have the high ground. Everything in that scenario was against Omen Elite. They still took the shot. They missed it.
Now, we did see that loot crate drop onto Winery. Team Queso, it would be risky within reason. If they had it done earlier, it would have been a lot better. But now with XQF and Purple Mood, they're heading towards Winery. If I were Team Queso, I'd kind of just stay where you are.
Completely agree on that, Imperium. Team Secret, a little bit in the distance. They picked a really good fight. They're still 4 members strong.
Yeah,
right after that skirmish. So they can feel pretty confident about that, especially after taking out Omen Elite out of all the other teams. Man. But here it is. The circle's about to shift. We know it's going to get a little bit more inland. We're not going to have a circle ending, but still a pretty big portion of this coastline just got reduced to about, like, what, 20, 30% water?
Yeah, but the land also got reduced by about 10%. You know what I mean? So it's really still a little bit kind of uncertain as to where the huge shift is going to be, whether it comes into phase 3 or phase 4. It has to come into phase 4. But the question is it going to go towards Tovar and Abbey, or is it going to go towards Dino Park?
I would love to have the Dino Park ending, actually, just thinking about it. That would be an epic gamer moment. Team Queso, finally, they got the compound. They're a little bit split, though. They split on over the entire coastline.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with that, because if a team wants to try and get one of those compounds, they're going to storm 1v4. You're going to get pretty messed up.
Well, I think they kind of realize this now as Yala is heading back towards the rest of his team. Axial was taken down to quite a decent bit of health, so now he's going to look to revive up, and that's the decision that they need to make. They need to kind of realize that, look, we're a little bit exposed, but now with Purple Mood and XQF coming together, 1st and 2nd place, I think that speaks for itself within reason, you know?
Pretty confidently, that does speak for itself. But Indian Tigers right here, they got together, they got the compound, they listened, they learn, and that's what I like to see, hell yeah. But they need to try and now improve that mechanic or micro. People telling me like I don't say it right, but it's completely fine.
It's micro.
Hey, I'm a French boy. I'm allowed to not say stuff right, okay?
The only thing you can say right is omelette du fromage.
Excuse my French, but what the baguette are you saying?
Okay.
There it is. The fight continues. Team RG going to be having one of the extra members taken away, but TSM, there are 2 knocks. Actually, 1v4, he got 2 members knocked away. That's not too half bad for one of the members of Team or Rejection Gaming, but still just a little bit too much. Team Secret coming out on top, picking a lot of fights early on, which is not something that's very Team Secret-like. It's
not very Team Secret-like, but I know that they have that in their arsenal. I know they have that kind of in their kind of back pocket if they need to pull out. They prefer to kind of just wait a little bit and get more placement points and kill points from that point of view. But when they need to frag out, they will frag out as you point out. Indian Tigers, they have circle, they have compound, they can stay where they are. We see Top Esports in the distance are still also on the coastal line. And then down from Top Esports, you have Team Queso.
Team Queso, they finally regrouped. So that's going to be a really good thing for the near future. Or Rejection Gaming, they have 1 member remaining right now. And he's surrounded by teams such as Indian Tigers, Team Secret, Nova Monster Shield, RGStarTeam. He's going to have to be very cautious. he needs those points, even though they're in third position. As we said earlier, it can be still taken away from them, so don't take it to as granted.
Don't take it for granted, indeed. That's the thing, like, never presume you're going to get through. Never presume you're going to finish better than the teams around you, because just like that, it will be pulled away from you so easily. Pittsburgh Knights. A good last game from a kill and a placement point of view. I think securing third place overall with those kills. And now they find themselves fighting for the top 5.
Circle shift incoming. Where is it going to be? Are we still going to have coastline or not at all? Peekaboo, still coastline.
So
I'm loving this. This is very southern.
So it's not going to be Dino Park. And it's not even going to be Tovar.
Probably not Abbey either.
It's probably going to be Winery and actually Abbey, to be honest, because the next phase, it has to go outside of the water. It does. It might be on the edge of Abbey and it might be on the edge of Winery, but in my opinion, if you stay in Winery, you find yourself in a good spot. But where Purple Mood Esports, that's across the road from Winery, more towards the west, that's a damn good spot, because we know that if it shifts westwards away from Winery, if you have to cross the road, that will spell trouble.
I do think the Winery will be under the control of TeamIND as they are rotating inwards, and we have this org just dropping from the sky, just in the water. Not worth it. But, you know, it's a good weapon to have, but do you really want to take the risk? Because, you know, there are so many teams on this coastline. I wouldn't go for it. Personally, I would call this a big mistake if any team does actually go for it, which seems that no one's going to like take the risk.
Like, this is the calm before the storm, right? Because we lost, you know, 2 or 3 teams earlier on. We lost a good few players earlier on. So now, you know, there's a balance between land area and players. So it means that kind of this is now the bit of a lull, even though we're 17 minutes in. Another 3 or 4 minutes as we will get to phase 4. Then boom goes the dynamite. We will start to see the action kick off once again.
Talking about action right now.
Okay.
They are going for it. And DEFORMIA getting a nice amount of work done. They still have this compound. This is a really good compound to defend for themselves. They have XQF in the distance. I don't think that fight's really going to break out right now. But still, Team Secret. They are storming them through against Nova Monster Shield. And the fight's actually pretty close, centered on the tippity top of this healed Imperium. But Team Secret, they do make it out. They can regen back up, but they're still on the chase for Guanma from Nova Monster Shield, trying to run for his bare life.
Yeah, run like a snow bear or a polar bear, actually. There you go. Run for his life like a polar bear. There is still 2 members of Nova Monster Shield kept going. Team Secret looking strong in this game, Maxwell. They took down Omen Elite. They've taken down 2 members of Nova Monster Shield. There you go. Damn, they're looking hot.
Team Secret are pulling off a Team Queso. They just shifted their gameplay just like that, and it got super aggressive, and it's like just steroids, just became super active. Just have a really good action moment and then just stop.
Well, maybe Team Secret listened to Spotlight, so to speak, and kind of heard, there's no secret, we're just good. So instead of it being Team Secret, maybe they'll change their name to Team Good.
Team No Secret, we're just good.
Yeah, exactly. Team No Secret, we're just good. Phase 4, Maxman. What is phase 4 going to give us? Is it going to be Abbey? Is it going to be Winery? Is it going to be Milmar?
I think it's going to be Milmar. I'm hoping at least it's going to go. I want to have a little bit more coastline, but even though at this stage 4 it shifts inland, it's probably not going to be over there any longer. Here it is, just a few more seconds and we will be there. Where is it going to be landing? Take your bets in chat. Abbey, Winery, or Milmar?
Winery. Winery.
Oh, it still goes
Okay.
It can't be such a coastline-focused game. What is this?
Okay, so the only thing it's doing is it's just compounding these teams together that little bit more. Where that last member of ARG is holding is around, you have a couple of building compounds there that are beside the road. You also have another couple of buildings, again, by the side of the road to the east of that, where RGStar are near. The DEFORMIA are holding on to a good spot, and Team Queso are also holding on to a good spot.
They're doing pretty good so far. TeamIND earlier, they had a skirmish with Team DEFORMIA. Then you have one member remaining to represent India at this point for their team after Indian Tigers are still around the corner with 4 members still up and running in that compound. Pretty good defense potential over there. The Purple Mood, they are a team that rotated very, very late in this circle, but they got a decent location. They got a compound with really high ground and really nice visibility to defend. It's pretty damn easy.
So you do see on the mini screen to the left of you the members of Indian Tigers playing in a studio in India along with Team IND. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it over to the prelims in Berlin to play with the rest of the teams, but they are representing the Indian community, the Indian fan base over in that studio. Comfortable, relaxed, looking to fight their way through. Indian Tigers, more importantly, quite close, within 30 points or so of the top 5.
You can see that all Rejection Gaming just throwing all of his items away to not get spotted that easily in the snow. That's a very, very smart move. Might not make a difference because at this level of play, just 1 pixel moves and the players will see it. But still, it can make a difference if there's a fight and he's just in the middle of it and people just don't pay too much attention. That is what he's going for. Even threw away his weapons because weapons will be actually on your back if you're like crawling on the ground. So taking that away gives that little extra bit of dissimulation.
Yeah, so now RG, they're still together. XQF, they're a 4-man team, but they're split into 2 pairs of 2. And if you look, one pair is holding on the left side of the road, and the other pair is holding onto the right side of the road. I really like that strategy.
I do really enjoy that too, but here it is, another shift. Normally this should be away. There it is.
Boom.
No more coastline right now. Going to be close to Winery, between Winery and Milnar, sorry. But Team DEFORMIA, they needed a good game. They need a good performance. And then the dead center of that circle was one of the most central compounds out there. Was the most central compound out there.
It is.
They got a pretty good shot at potentially taking this win.
So we see the road is splitting between the north and south. That does put the likes of Team Queso and Top Esports, as well as even Indian Tigers, in a bit of a predicament right now. But that's something they can't really worry about because they are around each other. They will know there's a bit of a situation. However, talking about a situation, Pittsburgh Knights, they're looking for Team Secret. It is essentially a 4v2 situation, although Monarch has yet to join the rest of his Pittsburgh Knights team.
They have yet to do that, but yeah, Pittsburgh a little bit split. That's what they're known for, but they're getting together. They want to storm on through on top of Team Secret. Team Secret always getting a lot of fights, getting involved in as many fights as possible in the early to mid-game stages of this Vikendi game. But they're not going up against any team. This is a team that can potentially make it up in that top 5 position, so they've got to be very careful. But look at the angle from Alex. 2 angles going away off Team Secret. This is just what they needed. Headshot after headshot. He gets another one on J7. Monarch going to be one of the last members standing still with Wi-Fi in the distance. And here they're looking to flush away the kills. They will not waste any opportunities with Monarch in the distance. Getting put solo with only a bit of that tree as his defense. And they flush a second kill away. That's going to be 2 members remaining on their side. Monarch region back up to 75% HP and looking to fight all over again.
Wi-Fi, the kind of... when I say the final member, you still have Monarch, but the only member from Pittsburgh that is really in a somewhat of a safe position needs to go nowhere near Team Secret, nowhere near RG. Stay somewhat prone down, find a bit of a dip that you can kind of hide behind, then see where this next circle is. Indian Tigers, most of their team have gotten into the circle.
Marvi there from Indian Tigers almost getting spotted out by Team Top Esports. Might get spotted out right now, but he's trying to get back to his team. He did it. He was playing out as a scout right there. As I said earlier, Vikendi, I don't think it's really a map where you want to scout too much, but here there's no snow, so you can hide a little bit easier. It's still a pretty risky play because I think that now they have the information. Everyone's prone down, taking their time, not going to overstep their welcome whatsoever. So also the circle closing in, going to put even more pressures on these 2 teams.
Pittsburgh Knights, they just got eliminated in 12th place. That's not what they wanted. So we've seen Omen Elite and Pittsburgh Knights, 2 of the teams fighting for a top 5 finish, going out early on. That's going to allow the likes of Top Esports, Nova, Monster Shield, and Indian Tigers a chance to get closer.
get close as much as possible. But DEFORMIA, they still have the compound in the circle, just on the very edge. I do believe it's going to shift away from that because it's such on the edge of the circle.
It could, the next shift could actually still go northward, so it could be still in between the two. In between the two sides.
It's a road again. We have so many road and river finishes. It's absolutely insane. So it is going to be pretty close. Team Kesso is still on the coastline, even though there's no more coastline area, but they're still not going to get harassed from that angle. So Team Kesso looking safe for the next few minutes.
Now, Kesso are a tiny bit split up within reason, but they're still holding good angles. So from that point of view, not going to disregard it. However, Indian Tigers, they do eliminate all rejection.
Rejection Gaming once again in third position. Not the performance they're looking for, but get a little bit more positioning points because they have that last member trying to hide his way back into the next circle, into the next zone. But Indian Tigers, I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing here. They shifted their gameplay style. They're sticking together, holding that compound. Even though it's not in circle, they're going to have to move. But until then, what I'm seeing is just really good mechanics and just very by the book kind of gameplay, which is what you're expecting from one of the top favorite Indian teams.
Now we're seeing top esports starting to light the place up. However, Team Kesso does knock down Fireboy. They're trying to take him out. Team Kesso, like I said, I know they can frag out. Give them a chance. They will get work done. As Indian Tigers just out in the open. RGStar in the woodland area. At least it's not directly near the water. Alex R is trying to make his way across the road. Is he going to be able to do it? He successfully gets it done because there's a smoke bridge giving him a chance to move across it.
Yeah, but that's just a matter of time before they actually end up disappearing. And then Team Secret and Indian Tigers, they're going to have to clash up against each other. And only one of those two teams will make it out alive. Team Secret, here it is, taking quite a bit of damage. But that would also be the case for Indian Tigers. That damage right on top there. The grenade doing a little bit of work on Team Secret. Now just going to avoid that fight. They have still more smokes up their sleeve. Going to have to pop it off as much as possible. 2 down on the side of Indian Tigers. That's going to be Prince and Carry. Prince will be regen back up just in time. But that fight is not looking good for any of those two teams. And even if one makes it out, how are they going to get back and rotate inland?
That's something that they are going to have to be very careful of. What is this next phase going to show us? What's it going to bring us? It's going to bring us back up northwards. And like I said, that road is still in play. You have the north and the south of that road really going to have to be put together as the teams are going to start fighting their way through. Huge shift up the north. DEFORMIA still hold themselves inside circle, as do XQF. Kesso are going to have to move their way up. Top esports are going to have to make their way up, as they are going to start doing. And Team Secret, who are by the side of the road, are also going to have to try at some point to make their way up. However, top esports are taking a lot of damage from the side of RG.
That was way too risky move with the car. If that's a mutate, that would have been way safer. Here it is, a little bit more spray. With the using the distance, they do have that shack under control. They lost most of their members. Sprays at that distance. Good job coming out on their side. Top esports now, they will be eliminated. That was, as I said, way too risky. And it was only for a very small shack. That is just going to completely go downhill from there on out.
So now we have 6 teams, 20 players left alive. RG prone down, was trying to get the shot off, but didn't quite make it connect. Zaltian is going to find himself being taken down. A couple of members of RG are still left. AK, as far as I know, DEFORMIA still hold on to that compound. Team Secret get eliminated from the side of Team Kesso right now, so they're making their way through. They're taking out all the kills. When we look at how these teams are finding their way through, Team Kesso, they're in the top 5 with 6 kills, Maxman.
And they still have 4 members, but right now what I'm seeing is extremely scary. All this utility getting popped off this early on. For the later stages, like to cross over the road if you need to, that is going to be extremely scary for every single one of these players.
And Maxman, most importantly, out of the 5 teams that are left, other than DEFORMIA, Team Kesso are the only team that is really fighting for a top 5 position. So right now, all the points are kind of in their favor. All the paths are for them to make as many points as they can in the final moments.
You have 3 of the top teams, Purple Mood, XQF, and Team Kesso in the last area. Then you have RGStarTeam and Team DEFORMIA. DEFORMIA, though, they're still using a lot of that utility. They're not keeping it up their sleeve, and I think that's a mistake in itself right now. But here it is. Hello, cutie. How you doing? AFK, Team RGStarTeam. He needs to get those positioning points, avoid the fights. That's what we see. Snake your way in there.
Yeah, as all he's going to do is just hold it out, wait out. He's just inside the circle. I guarantee if AK can find a shot off, he will. Cat has no idea where Marco is. Yeah, he spots it out, the body prone down, as Powerboy does knock down Axel on the side of Team Queso. Jala does get taken out. So now it's Marco on his own. Is he going to play Marco Polo with the rest of these teams and just hide his way through, try and get into the circle? It's going to be damn tough. The only thing he can hope for is wait out and let these teams take each other out, and he can get better placement finish.
Purple Mood, despite being the last member of his team, now in is facing up against XQF and not getting scared whatsoever. So he is going in. I'm going ham. Team Kesso still looking good. All that grenade coming on through on top of XQF. XQF only 1 member remaining, and that is Cat. Gonna have to do moves on his very own. And DEFORMIA, they lost one of their members earlier. It was Matic, who was able to get regen back up. Now they're forcing on through very slowly but surely, and that's going to be XQF having a really hard time.
Maxman, DEFORMIA. We've hardly ever seen him that heavily involved in the final 5 teams. They're a 4-man goddamn squad in these final moments in Phase 8. It's essentially 4v1, v1, v1, v1. It's ridiculous.
DEFORMIA, I wholly know her. Team Kesso, still they lost a bunch of their members. Got to keep that into account.
Exactly.
This is a 4-member squad, as you just said. For the side of DEFORMIA, the circle is about to shift. Which side of the road is it going to be onto? Whichever side it's onto is probably going to be the team winning, or DEFORMIA, because they have 4 members. They're going to avoid giving the kill away. That is going to try and win positioning points. It's a battle of heel between RGStarTeam and Team Kesso. He can get a better position. But RG, he's looking to engage. He's looking to get into the circle, but instantly going to get killed. And that allows Team Kesso to win 1 extra positioning point, which is going to be super valuable.
Yep. And now, Norwin on the side of Purple Mood. He's actually surprisingly kind of still inside circle, but we're going to see the final phase. When I say the final phase, it's just going to come down to the end. That's it. After this circle, there's no more circles. It's just, the blue zone is just going to close in. And it's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. So 3 teams, 6 players, 4v1v1. Who can take second place? Who can take first? First place is most likely going to go over to DEFORMIA.
Definitely, yeah, that could be what's going to happen. Molotov out. Not going to really add much to the table. XQF, Cat just going to be in there, prone down. DEFORMIA, a little bit split, a little bit of a front line, trying to have multiple angles of fire if needed, which I really do appreciate. They're not just sticking together in a big, big clump. And they can try and take this one home. They're playing it really safe, but here it is. The circle is moving on through. No more circles, Imperium, and it's going to be a question of time. Who can survive the longest?
Well, when you're looking at a man point of view, the play zone does take out Warfarin. So that puts DEFORMIA down to essentially kind of 3 players. The Matic is going to try and make his way through. Who's going to come out on top? Nawin, he's going to be able to heal up. XQF gets taken out, eliminated. Nawin finds himself first aiding as the side of DEFORMIA. What's going on? Do they have the final moment?
No!
The match is ended. DEFORMIA gets second, and Purple Moon come out with first place.
The steal! I was not expecting that. I was expecting DEFORMIA because they were losing HP. They were going to storm on through on Nawin from the last member of Purple Mood. And he just had more health packs for himself and out-healed DEFORMIA. They were looking for a moment of glory and it was just stolen away.
You know why? Because